Hey guys, welcome to the training of PowerShell. If anybody is not able to hear me, just let me know. Okay, am I audible? Am I clear to everybody?
Yes, you are visible now.
Visible too. Great. Uh, so, so what is PowerShell? Okay, uh, to begin with, how many of you have been using PowerShell and think themselves that they have an elementary knowledge of PowerShell? Can you please ping me? I want to know the category of people who can say they have an elementary knowledge of PowerShell for them, or the group of people who are just new to PowerShell, which means it's the first brush with PowerShell. The second is that I want to know somebody who has an intermediate knowledge of PowerShell and who thinks himself who he is a pro in PowerShell. Okay, so I just want to know the group categorization so that I can start with. Ping me in the chat, Satendra. Yeah, just ping it to me on the chat so that in the meeting chat. Novice in PowerShell. Okay. Yeah. Can you guys be a little faster? Like no. Okay. Thank you. I get a sense in the poll that we are just the starter in the PowerShell. Okay. So you are at the right place. Okay, this training was designed for uh, beginners and the elementary users of the PowerShell. Okay, this is I call this training as a jumpstart training. Okay, or the most essential training of PowerShell. Uh, Following this training, we would do more trainings of PowerShell where we would be doing or looking into the advanced concepts of PowerShell and so on and so forth. Okay. So just keep yourself prepped up for this training and the coming training. Okay, this training is going to be 6 hours of training. After this training, you should be able to run all the commands in PowerShell, be able to know the syntax of the PowerShell or the semantics of the PowerShell, as well as you should be able to fiddle with the written scripts that you see in the PowerShell and be able to run the scripts in the PowerShell. Yesterday, I have sent you guys a kind of a FAQ or a article that I wrote for the beginners in the PowerShell, why we are using PowerShell and what is PowerShell um, and and why is it more secure than VB script and all those things. Okay, how many of you have read it? Okay, I don't want a poll on that. I hope you guys have read it. Okay, and but I'll start again with it. Okay. Even prior to that, I have sent you guys uh, a survey, a questionnaire, wherein I was expecting you to to search and fill up that questionnaire. And I have seen, bearing two people, nobody has done it. Okay. So you guys are 22 right now. Okay. So if I say what percentage of it is would be very decimal percentage. Okay. So I want more interactivity with the PowerShell because if you honestly complete this training, okay, you would be able to know everything that you are supposed to know in the PowerShell. I don't want to explain too much about how you're going to go to this training, but I just want to introduce you PowerShell with a very strong analogy. Because analogies are things that stays when you're in your head for a very longer period of time, and it's a very I mean very good, okay, or something that I like about analogies. It's very strong, and it's a nice way of pedagogy. Now listen to this. Okay, most of you guys drive. Okay, so you know what is ABC, which is clutch, brake, and accelerator. Okay, CBA. Okay, so you know how to handle the steering. You know the uses of the rear mirror, side mirrors. So you know how to drive. There is certain principle of driving. Okay. Now when I ask you to drive on a highway, you would use the same principle. When I ask you to drive on a street, you would use the same principle of driving. When I ask you to drive on a hill, you would use the same principle. When I ask you to drive in a village, you would use the same principle. When I ask you to drive in US, okay, you would use the same principle. If I ask you to drive in some country, some foreign country, you would use the same principle, because the principle of the driving, okay, is just the same. Okay, so if I say you know driving, okay, which means that you can drive anywhere. The same thing goes with the PowerShell. PowerShell, you are supposed to know very few things in PowerShell to feel confident that you know PowerShell. However, where you don't know the navigation route, okay, which is how to go to Vasant Vihar, Vasant Kunj, or somewhere. You require some Google Map or navigator, or somebody sitting by you who would guide you, or boards. What do you say? Say the big mark on the highways. Okay, so these are the things that you require here to move from one place to the other. The routes are not so very intuitive. Okay, now that is a different part. But you know driving. Okay, that is a different part. This training is going to give you with the bare bones of driving. Okay, which would make you feel you are confident of driving. Okay, and would make you feel confident of navigation, because if you know navigation, you can go to Vasant Kunj, Anand Vihar, or airport, or Dhola Kuan, wherever you want to go. Okay, so if you know navigation and if you know driving, you can do. So what are the two things that I am looking at? Okay, in this training, I'm looking at understanding the help system in such a way that we would be able to do the navigation. Okay, what is the city? The city, if I draw an analogy with the city, I can say modules. In the PowerShell, we can call it city. Okay, cities. Okay, they're cities. Now, if I want to draw an analogy to the driving skills, okay, what am I looking at? How to run commands. Okay, what are the syntax and semantics and grammars of commands? Okay, how to run simple loops. Okay, how to do simple constructs. Okay, these are the things that I would be looking at when I would be kind of thinking about driving. So there are just very few principles. Okay, very few principles in PowerShell compared to any language that you might have encountered. Okay, but there are more modules. Okay, there are more modules than any other language that you might have encountered. Okay, but if you know the way to navigate, if you know the trick to navigate in a Google Navigator, you can sail through. Any question on that? Okay, so this is the analogy. Now, very first thing, okay, What is PowerShell? This was okay. Can you guys see my screen?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. Sharing it. Okay, for you guys, I have made notes. Okay, for what I would be navigating you guys to. Now, can you guys see the screen? You can't see?
No, no.
Yes.
I think it's coming here.
Fine. So this is not on web right now. Okay. So very soon I would put it on web just after this training is over. Well, I'll put everything on web. But the content of these trainings are not copyrighted by me. It's taken from most of it is taken from Microsoft Virtual Academy training. I would request you guys is to spend some time with Microsoft Jumpstart PowerShell 1 training, which is very good training by Jeffrey Sanovo. Okay, do you know who's the developer of PowerShell or the inventor of PowerShell? It is Jeffrey Sanovo. Okay, a wonderful guy, very down to earth, very clear in his understanding. I have not seen a teacher better than him. Okay, so I would request you guys to spend some time with Jeffrey Sanovo in MBA training. Okay, as well as he's on YouTube. He is on other links as well. I'm not able to recall them. It's in my head, right in the momentum. I'm not able to recall it. Okay. Anyways, so give me a understanding. What is the version of operating system you guys are using? Are you guys using Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows 10? If you're using Windows 7, please ping me. If you're not using Windows 10, Windows 7, okay, don't ping me. I'm waiting for Windows 7. Windows 7. Windows 7. Okay. Okay. So all of you, okay, who are using Windows 7, you would have to upgrade to Windows 10 or Windows 8. Else this training cannot proceed. No, that's a joke. Okay. Even if you're using Windows 7, okay, we can actually upgrade the version of PowerShell, okay, to 3.0. Right now we are in the version 5.5 in PowerShell, but I'm upgrading you guys to 5.0. Okay, so upgrade it and then we start, because it is very important that we do a hands-on while we are doing the training, because my promise to you is after this training you should be able to do everything in PowerShell as far as commands is concerned. So upgrade it right now. I give you 10 minutes to do it.
So 3.0 is correct, right, Jeffrey?
Yes. 3.0 is the one where bare minimum where we can actually start to breathe.
Okay.
I had not loved my name Jaffrey for a longer time. Then I met Jeffrey Sanovo. Okay. Guys, I must recommend. He's an awesome person to listen to. Very good teacher. Gets an understanding of everything. Now, while you are doing this, let me give you an introduction. Not driving for Jeffrey Sanovo because we are talking about his product. Okay. So what is PowerShell and why was it important? Okay. PowerShell, the story of PowerShell is like Microsoft has a problem let's do it this way. Okay, let's begin it like PowerShell is a very strong language. Let this sentence be my first sentence. It's a very strong language because okay, it can accommodate the commands of Unix. It can accommodate the commands of DOS. It can accommodate the ways of scripting of VB script. Okay, commands of Unix would not mean that a one shell of Unix. Oh my God! It is able to accommodate the commands of all the commands or all the standard shell of Unix or Linux. Okay, now this is strange, which is like it welcomes people from all directions. Okay, so why is it called PowerShell? I mean, don't think it is a standard kind of a thing. I'm a little imaginative and I kind of imagine it. Okay, it's like the shell is like you have an almond shell. It's a hard shell. Okay, so PowerShell is like the shell that you wear on yourself and you become very powerful, and that is what happens because it equips you with so many gadgetry tools. It equips you with so much of power for that you would be surprised that you have done things with such an ease is without even knowing how difficult it was. Okay, like comparing one file and the other file. Okay, and getting the output. Okay, like comparing your current working system with anybody's working system in the environment by remoting. Okay, like getting the hard drive of information from say about 400 500 computers. Okay, and that too with multi-threading. Okay, do you know how difficult these things are if you go for the regular standard programming? Okay, you have to do the threading by yourself. You have to run the parallel loops. Okay, to get these things done. But it is doing it all in encapsulation. Is doing it all in its shell. Okay, which is awesome. Okay, once all the Windows 7 have converted to Windows 3.0, let me know how while I keep talking about the introduction of PowerShell. Okay, so when you want me to stop, okay, I'll say you have done it. Okay, so now what is happening over here in PowerShell? So as I told you, it is a conglomeration of all the different scriptings brought together. So what is happening? There is a mayhem. Mayhem, you mean there's a lot of groups in the PowerShell. Somebody likes to do it this way, somebody likes to do it this way, somebody likes to do it this way, but they all converge and get their work done. Okay, that's the beauty. See, so there is a chaos. Okay, and there is an arrangement in the chaos. Okay, now let me come to the story of PowerShell. Why was it required? Okay, Microsoft was losing its threads. Okay, in competition with Unix, because Unix why is Unix and Microsoft system different? That's one thing that you guys need to know. Unix is a text-based operating system. Okay, which means that everything that you write, okay, is written in text. Okay, Microsoft is a GUI-based operating system and API-based operating system. API is application programming interface. Okay, and then the text-based system had a lot of advantage. Okay, because the texts are so easy to kind of manipulate. And one more thing. Okay, Unix was very much into scripting. Why is the scripting superior to GUIs? Okay, it was, you can say it this way that the scripting is superior to GUI. Okay, Pankaj, yeah, you did it. Okay, you did it earlier. Yeah. So scripting. Why is scripting superior to GUI? Okay. If you have a simple task to do click a button. Okay, it's fine. But if you are to click 15 or 16 buttons in a systematic or in a sequential row, okay, it is mind-boggling. Okay. I mean, you have to click one button, then from this screen you got to jump to another screen, and then from other screen you got to jump to other screen, and so on and so forth, which is like not so easy. Okay, so for end user it looks easier, but for administrators, okay, it was not a very nice thing to do, because the administrators are not the end users. Okay, they are administrators, they are pro. Okay, and they are supposed to carry out complex activities in the operating system, to run the operating system, to manage the operating system. So scripting, okay, in scripting, you can write things, okay, and somebody can look into those scripts, okay, and make modification, and say, oh, why are you doing it this way? It can be done this way as well. But in button clicks, okay, and interfaces, it is not possible. Okay, somebody cannot have the space of innovation in the buttons. Okay, but in the scripts, okay, in commands, okay, there is a scope of innovation. Okay, so the scripts are in a way superior to button clicks. Okay, the second part of it is from 2012. Okay, there was an emphasis on automation. Okay, then scripts, okay, came as a savior here, because you can club iterative jobs, okay, and run the script, okay, and you call that automation. So scripts can run when you are running your computer, when you have gone for tea break, when you turn on your computer, or when you turn off your computer. The scripts are running, okay, and you don't have to bother about it. So this is what the scripts are. Okay, guys, have you been able to do it? Hello, am I audible?
Yes, Jeffrey.
So guys, let me know when you are ready. Okay, so that I can start with the demo and practical introduction of PowerShell. We are half an hour have passed, 2:30. Okay, I need more done.
I think we should start because we have already spent 30 minutes, right?
Yes, but the point over here is for the people who have Windows 2.0, PowerShell 2.0, they would not be able to keep pace with.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
So it is.
Let's wait for another 5 minutes.
Wait, I'm waiting for another 5 minutes. In the meanwhile, okay, if you have any questions, just fire it on me, okay, so that we can spend some good quality time in explaining that answers. Any question from anybody?
One thing, Jeffrey, like you mentioned, there is a training available on Microsoft site, right? That is freely available to everyone to understand PowerShell in a better way. So can you provide the link if you have, how to register or open that training?
Oh, I'll do that. No problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. And that training would definitely be better than 100 trainings that I would give. Okay. But there is there's a bald man over there. Okay. He is kind of very boring. Okay. So Jeffrey Sanover is nice. and he, the height of his, okay, when you see the training number 2 for scripting, okay, you'll find it, Ali was right, damn right. Okay. Anyways, but you must do that training, because that is from the horse's mouth himself. Okay, so but this training would also be very very useful for you, okay, because I'm trying to reconstruct most of the content from that training. Okay. Now, what is मेरे डेस्क पे भी रखी हुई है. Now, okay, how did Microsoft develop the PowerShell? Microsoft operating systems were API based operating system and GUI based operating system. So what Microsoft has to do is, what would you do when your operating system core is designed in certain way, okay, and you want to move design it or you want to kind of develop something over the top of it. You create an emulation, okay, you develop a layer, okay, and you develop a layer which is called what? .NET layer. Okay, the .NET layer has certainly made Microsoft operating system superior to Unix operating system, which were text-based operating system. Now you have a layer of .NET which is object-based operating. I mean, the classes are object-basis. Okay, which means that PowerShell works on the object level, which means that manipulation of string, calculation, and things like that have suddenly become very user friendly. Okay, because if you want to do anything with the text, you have to know, oh my, 1 2 3 4 5 characters from left and 7 characters from right, and all those things. Okay, or if you want to
Jeffrey,
go ahead.
Hey, Jeffrey, hey, small suggestion. Could you stop this video because it's just distracting me, I think. Stop your video, yes. Because it's not clear. It's not clear, first of all, and secondly,
Is this fine?
yeah, that's great.
Okay. Yeah, I wanted to show a face of your trainer, because that would kind of, in a psychological way, you can actually feel that there is a trainer around. Otherwise, I mean, it's just the voice. Okay. Anyway, okay. If it is not working properly, it's not working properly. Now, going further, how many of you have done it? So what they have done is, they have created a layer of .NET. Okay, .NET emulator. Okay, and what has .NET done? Okay, .NET creates a intermediate language. Okay, which converts whatever commands that you write. Okay, it converts it into an intermediate language, and this intermediate language, okay, is read by its CLR. Okay, and then it is kind of executed in the operating system layer, because ultimately everything that you write needs to be converted into bit level, machine level. Okay, so .NET provides that particular emulation. Okay, so a lot of codes writing and rewriting and some engineering has gone into action for this activity, but you will find a very nice language. Okay. Yes, the PowerShell is basically a language, the choicest language, okay, for admins. Okay, because the admins get empowered with the tools through which they can call themselves as a developer. Okay, so where do you place PowerShell? Is it Is it a programming tool? Yes, it is a programming tool. Is it a admin tool? Yes, it is an admin tool. Okay. Say for example, and is it a data science tool? Oh my God, it is a data science tool. Is it a SQL tool? Yes, it is an SQL tool too. Okay. Some of the exercises that you do in gym, they are called compound exercises. They work on at the same time on multiple parts of the body. Okay, maybe it is not like PowerShell. I'll say so. There are some exercises for which the primary goal of it is a certain muscle, but the secondary goal is some other muscles too, like I would say chin-ups. Okay, so there are so many exercises that are. So PowerShell it was basically designed for making lives of administrator easy, but it has and giving them the capability of programming. But with the evolution of it, okay, some parts have been developed by SQL guys as well. They like it, the idea of the PowerShell, the power in the shell. Okay, so somebody liked the idea to use it in the data science. Somebody liked it in the idea of doing for networks. Okay, so the modules developed. The PowerShell is basically a language for administrator. So the question is that this training is for scripters, okay, developers, administrators, okay, whoever wants to learn PowerShell. Okay, this training is the very essential training, okay, of PowerShell. It's like I would make you to learn how to walk on your foot. Okay, so this training is like this. Okay, now I'm not telling you would be a runner, marathon runner, or you would be a sprinter, or you would be whatever. Okay, so this is an advanced thing. Okay, I would make you stand on your feet. Okay, make you run or walk on your feet. Okay, this training is not going to make you run. Okay, so this question is kind of, anyways. I see a few people have done it. Okay, so let's start with PowerShell. So once you have done the PowerShell, okay, so okay, let me kind of do both the screens. Okay, for a few minutes. Okay, share your window. I'm sharing both the screens. So once you have downloaded or installed PowerShell, you can go to PowerShell over here, PowerShell over here, and you can pin the PowerShell into your taskbar, and once you have done this, it would happily come over here, and you can run the PowerShell as an administrator. There is an ISC with the PowerShell, okay, and PowerShell and a console with PowerShell. Okay, so I would just do it with console for a few minutes, and then we will move to ISC. Okay. So now I told you guys that PowerShell is happy with the commands of DOS. So what is the DOS command for showing up the directory? It is dir, and this is the directory listing. Okay, the same way, okay, PowerShell also has got its own command list too. Okay, now commandlets. Okay, see this word. Okay, it is not command. It is commandlet. Okay, Why is it command and why is it not commandlet? There's a very interesting or very important thing that you have to know. No, because some of the time you would look into Google, okay, for commands. Okay, and I would do a search over here. I would do a search over here, Google, and you would see something. If the net is fine, and I'm saying
Not able to see your screen.
you're not able to see my.
Yeah, Ali.
Please suddenly stop for all.
Okay. Primary one. Guys, are you able to see it now?
No.
No. This is
Just loading now.
okay. So I'm talking about commandlets. Okay. Guys, when you're able to see it, okay, just ping me. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
So okay, fine. So I'm saying command in Google, COMMAND command. Okay, and you will see. Oh my God. See this number? So it is. This is the number. Okay. Let me just note it. Note. Note that. Note that. Okay. And CMDLET commandlet. So where's the notepad gone? See this number? Okay, which means that commandlets, okay, are more precise search, okay, when you do the PowerShell. So always remember, but PowerShell commands are called commandlets. Okay, so they have given us new terminology. So no other language calls their commands as commandlets. It's just the PowerShell. So if I'm to search commandlet for show directory, this is what we all do. Let's accept it. Okay. So see, it is giving the PowerShell command. Okay, I'm doing it. Okay, PowerShell commands. Whichever way I open it, okay, it will take me to the right search. So first thing, it's a commandlet. Okay. Now I want to see this command. Okay, dir. Okay, so how is command and commandlet different, okay, from each other? There has to be something that they have thought. Okay. So commandlets are basically made up of two things. Okay, verb. Right. So what have I done? I have opened we opened up a console. Now I have opened up an editor. Okay. I have opened up an editor because get words. Okay. I'm running it. So how many of them are there? These are the approved verbs. Okay. And let's see. What happens here. what am I getting? I'm getting the same thing as I got with the dir. Oh, sorry. This is the way you stop it. This is the way. You just take your mouse over here, hover your mouse, and run it. So you clear your screen. You clear your screen like CLS. This is the normal way you clear your screen. Okay, and if I'm a DOS user, okay, I want to clear my screen. I can see CLEAR clear, happy. Okay, but there is always a way of PowerShell as well. Okay, and we are coming to that. See, clear host. Run it, and it will be cleared in the end. Now, what is happening? What is a command and what is a commandlet? Commandlet would be made up of two things. Okay. Let me open up with the notepad. Okay. So the commandlet would be made up of two things. Okay. One is a verb, and the other would be a noun. This is what it would be made of. Okay. I have given you an example. Okay. Get is a verb. You know what a verb is? An action word. Okay. And a noun. Okay. Clear. Host. But you see now you are saying that the dir is also commandlet. Okay, but it is not made up of that the grammar. Okay, verb and noun. Okay, so why is this happening? The very first question that you would ask me. Okay, so I would have to tell you, you guys get alias. What is an alias? Alias is a small name given to the standard commands of the PowerShell, so that it can be easily ingested and digested by people who are using different language. You have a background of DOS, you can use the DOS command. You have a background of Unix, you can use Unix command. You have a background of whatever, you can use whatever. Okay, you can even create your own alias using set alias. Okay, and there is a plethora of help and intelligence available in the console. Why is it? Okay, how do I know I'm doing the right thing? Okay, how do I know? No, I am doing or I don't. Okay, I don't remember anything. Okay, and still I want to work on PowerShell. So the beauty of the PowerShell, I would say, is that you just don't have to remember anything to work on PowerShell. Okay, because the audience of the PowerShell are expected to be admins. It was made for admins. It was not made for developers. It was not made for data scientists. It was not made for students. It was made for matured admins. Okay, so maybe, okay, learning that particular new language would have been difficult. Okay, Jeffrey Sonover may have thought of it. Okay, so he said, okay, let's make it so simple and so powerful at the same time that you don't have to remember anything. Okay, and you don't have to remember anything is a word. Okay, which I'll park over here. You don't have to remember anything. And I will say you don't have to remember anything in PowerShell. Okay, you are creating a commandlet, and the commandlet is made up of verbs and nouns. Of course, you have said, Ali, you have showed me get verbs. Get verbs. Okay, these are the verbs which are approved verbs of PowerShell. How about the command? How about the nouns? Now, nouns. What are nouns? Objects. Okay, objects of the PowerShell. They are not just WMI objects. Everything that you get, that you see after get, okay, is a noun. This is not. The list doesn't end over here. Okay, the list doesn't end over here. You can get and load modules over here and get the nouns from there. The verbs also would not change. The limit, the number of verbs would not change. Thinking something? Please share your desktop. Is my desktop not shared?
Not sure. And we can see, I think.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's shared.
Oh, this is an old one. That's fine. So, here I'm saying, yeah. Okay. So here I'm saying that nouns. Okay, what are nouns? Nouns are objects. What are objects? Okay, is an object. Watch is an object. Mobile is an object. Everything that is an object. Everything that is an object is an object. But who's creating this object? Where? Okay. Do you really want to know it? It's created by classes. Oh my God! Now you are taking me to the programming labyrinth. Okay, no. It's what are classes? Okay, classes. Where are classes coming from? Classes are coming from namespaces. All programming, but I'll tell you a very simple way of recognizing classes. Classes have just three things. One, verbs. Second,
Your screen is not getting refresh. Looks like
sorry?
for me. Your screen is not getting refresh if you are typing something.
No, I'm not typing anything. I'm just talking. Okay. I'm just trying to explain to you what are nouns. Okay. So the objects, okay, are coming from classes. Okay. The classes make objects. Okay, and the objects would have just two properties. Okay, they would have an action. They would have a property. Okay, property is like what? Mobile is black in color. Okay, that is the property of mobile. Something that is embedded. Okay, with it. So that is noun. Okay, and noun for PowerShell. Now, why do we want to know all these things? We don't want to know all these things. Actually, no. Okay, it is not required to know. No, what's required in PowerShell is that you need to know where can I find or how can I find solutions of the problem that we are encountering. So which means what? Okay, which means what? Means you have an address at a particular place. So for example, you want to go to Pratik Laurel, for example. Okay, and it is said that it is in sector 120. Okay, you don't know the exact address. Once you go over there, you would find, and once you go over sector 120, okay, in the world of PowerShell, you would get enough signboards, okay, that would guide you to your destination. That is the responsibility or the victory of PowerShell, okay, that you would not fail if you reach sector 120. Okay. So if you want to go to C144 in Anand Vihar, once you have gone to Anand Vihar, okay, the system is such that it would guide you to your destination. Okay, so that's the power of the PowerShell. Okay, now I want to share another screen with you. Okay, so that we can start to share some PowerPoints and with the not the PowerPoint but the notes. Okay, and then I will do a little bit acceleration. Desktop. In the standard training, guys, is the screen properly visible to you?
It's loading.
It's loading. Okay.
It stopped.
What?
Can you reshare?
Refresh. Okay. Is it fine now?
Nope.
No.
We are unable to see your screen.
You're able to see the screen?
Unable to.
Unable. Okay. Unable. Why is this happening? Yeah, general stuff. Okay. Of customizing your IDE. Okay, which are trivial. Okay. Now I'm going to go to help. Okay, and I am trying to explain to you how to do the navigation. Even before you know how to drive, okay, you have to know navigation. Why you have to know navigation? Because you may be sitting on the navigation seat. Okay, so navigation is easy. Okay, and then you know to know navigation. Now, what is knowledge? Okay, what is technical knowledge? Technical knowledge is the help implied. Okay, you got to remember this definition. This definition would help you everywhere. Okay, so you know MSDN. Okay, you imply MSDN and you know programming. You know a particular help system. Okay, you apply that help system and you acquire knowledge of that. So I am going to tell you how to understand the help system, okay, of PowerShell, and this is going to be the most important 15-20 minute session in the learning of PowerShell. Okay, so everybody, if you have 100% attention, been giving 100% attention, give 200% attention right now. Okay, so what I'm going to share with you is the most important thing in the PowerShell learning. Okay, the PowerShell is open over here for me.
So do we need to update that help?
Yes, you got to update the help. I'll give you the command to update help too.
Okay.
I am going to do update. Update. What is update? Update is a verb. Date, help, and you would see the help is a noun. Okay, and it is what? It is properties. These are its properties. Okay. So I'm saying update help course. Okay. So I'm updating help. I would just do what it is doing, it is going onto the internet, okay, and looking for the help files and downloading those help files into the heart of the PowerShell itself. So that we get the right definitions. Now, the help is, I can't emphasize it more. Okay, help is the most important thing, okay, to know in learning PowerShell. If you know help, okay, you have already learned PowerShell 50% of it. Okay, you don't know the modules of Office 365, you know help. Okay, you can learn it. You know the you don't know the modules of network. Okay, you know help and you can learn it. Okay, so understanding help is very important. So I am going to explain a little bit on help. Okay, you can have help. The alias of help is help. Okay, and you can get the help with the alias as well. But I'll use the conventional methods of help. I mean the conventional help. Okay. Now I want to know. Okay. I want to get a help about. Give me a word. Okay. Asterisk J asterisk this. Okay. What I'm going to get. See. I'm going to get information about everything that starts with J, but that has J in it. I want to get a help on. I don't know. Okay. I want to know what are the services that are running on my computer. Okay. So anything to do with services, I guess. Oh, for example, I want to know what are the jobs that are running on my computer, and I don't know. Okay, what are the commands that I would use to know the jobs? Okay, I don't know what are the commands that I would require to know the jobs. Hey, this is the command. These are the help available. How do I know? Hey, this is join. Okay, so there is no jobs running on my computer. That would be in the SQL. I don't have any jobs running on my computer. Okay, so I would say serve. SCR. Don't know. Okay, what it is going to bring me. Serve. I'm not entered help domain. I am the periphery of the help. Okay. There's nothing that starts with SCR. Okay. So it means that I still want to have something with the service SC, but it should have service or something for it. Oh my God, here I get. Okay. A lot of actions or activities with service. Now, get service. Okay, get service is something that I need to, I might be interested. Okay. So this is how the administrator would think get service would be something that I would be interested. Okay. I would say get help, get service. Okay. Now this. Okay, let me clean this thing up. Now this has given me the help about the service. Okay. The name is get service. Okay. service runs on local or remote computer, okay? And what is this? Syntax, 1, 2, 3. Okay, a lot of syntax written over here. Okay, it is a little confusing, which will not be in a few minutes from now on. Okay, but let me move to the other parts of the help. Description. Okay, fine. This is the description. Here is the related link. Okay, fine. What if I want to get to see the examples of help, examples of get service? I can get it. Okay. 7 examples. Oh, this is diluting it. Okay. For every request of help, you get 11 examples. You can play with the examples and solve your problem. Sometimes the examples are written in such a way that they actually solve your problem that you have been thinking about. Okay. Fine. Now, reading on this, okay, is slightly difficult. Reading on this is slightly difficult. Okay, I have to keep on scrolling down and do all those things. Okay. What if I can get a window for this? Okay, you want to get a window? Show window. Okay. This window. I get a help window. Okay, I don't want the synopsis or description. I want only examples. Okay, you want only examples. You get only examples. Okay. I want to know about WMI services. WMI. Okay, here you get WMI. Examples of WMI. Fine. Is it offering me something more? Yeah, it is offering you something more, not something, a little bit more. Okay. I can have a detail help. Detail. I don't, because I was not able to understand the syntax and all those things, so I can go for a detail help. Okay. Have to clean this. Okay. I can go to a detail help. In this, what I see over here is that it is explaining, okay, it is explaining every parameter. See, computer name. Okay, what is this? Get service running on the specified everything. It's explaining the computer name, how to use the computer name. You see, you get a computer name over here. Okay, it is giving a glossary of everything that you would require. Okay, fine. Is there anything beyond it in the help? That is like Flipkart. Show me more. Okay. So yeah, there is something more. It's like full. So it gives you everything that have been written, okay, about this particular thing. Okay, get service is in the database of Microsoft Help. Okay, everything. It is being all inclusive. Okay. What if I want to see this help online? You get a detailed help. Okay, the full help, but the detailed help. Jadu, are you liking it? If you're liking it, please clap. Okay. So now I have not explained you help. I was just trying to to impress you guys with the help. Okay, now I am going to okay, nothing I guess. Thank you. Now,
Hey, Jeffrey, when I gave that update help force command, and it's giving me like error. So is it like something more it's required?
what error are you getting?
It's I'll ping you one to one. Otherwise, it wastes time. I think for all.
If anyone else is also getting the error, okay, it is worth a question answering. Okay, anyone else getting error? No one. Okay. We can talk about it. Okay, now let's talk about help. Okay, let us understand these syntax about help. Okay, before we get to the syntax, I just wanted to show you. I mean, I wanted you guys to realize and see what are the things, what are the headers you get in help. Okay. You get name, synopsis, syntax, description, parameters, inputs, outputs, notes, and then examples. Anything else? And related links. Okay. Fine. So we have seen these are the headers that we get under help. Now let us understand the difficult part of the help, okay, which is the syntax. Because if you know the syntax, if you are able to understand the syntax, okay, you should be able to decipher the help. Okay. Now, can I do show the help, because in that way it will be easier for me to show it to you, because navigation is slightly daunting. So with your permission, I choose this one. Cool. Okay. Let's see the syntax. Oh, Ali, you're confusing me. There is, look at this. Look at this. Get service. If I write get service, let me show the confusing part. Okay, which is not a confusing part basically. I'm just trying to make it up. Get service. Get service. Okay, so this is what the help says. Where is that help one? Oh, I wish I can share both the strings to you guys. Okay. The monitor that I picked is also a small monitor. So fine, fair enough. You see, look at this syntax. It has got 1, 2, and 3 overloads. What does that mean? Okay, what does that mean? If I write this name, I get the services. Let's do it this way. It is very important for me to explain this thing to you. Okay, so explaining this thing to you would mean effort from my end and also an effort from your end too. Okay, if you don't understand this, then you would not be able to excel in the PowerShell. Okay, so pay full attention to this part, and if you have any question, ask me. Okay, I would not like to move ahead until you guys understand help completely. Okay, otherwise I would be talking to walls or computers. Okay, I would not be talking to my audience. So I said name. Okay, and as I said name, I get all the services. Get more services. I can get more services too. Okay, let me have it. Name, okay. App info, and what was the name of the other service? App sync. What? Oh, app management. Why am I okay able to get more than one service? Anyone can anyone answer it? Okay, let me just run it. What in the help suggests me that I am able to run one? I can give more than one values to the service. I don't think so. I'm getting the information from both the services. I should be able to get information from. Look into help and answer me this question. Okay, what intuitively you see in the help that suggests you can have multiple services. You can see the values of the multiple services. Look into help and answer this. I'm in the name. I'm in the first one. I'm in the name. Here I see a string. Okay. Do you understand? The string has got this square braces. You see this is square braces? This square braces? See this square braces? Okay. See this square braces? I see string 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 square braces. Do you know what does that mean? That means that it is able to take multiple values separated by comma. That means this is a string array. If you don't like the word array, this can carry this has the capacity to hold multiple values. And
So Zafri, like string and then this big brackets are there, act as an array, right? So
that part, leave that part. I'm just focus on what I'm trying to say. Okay. Braces and the big braces later. Okay. I'm telling you about this one. String. Focus on this. Okay, this part. Okay. This means that it is going to accept multiple values. Okay. If I see.
So like whether it accept the values by putting comma or semicolon or any other character.
Comma separated.
Right.
Comma separated. Okay. You see there is there's a string. Okay, which has got this is again an array. Okay. Let me see. Is there any string in this that has got that is without the array. In this, most of the strings have got array. But imagine this is without this. Okay. Without this. This means that it is not going to accept multiple values. It is just going to accept one value. If I say this means that it is going to accept multiple values. Everybody game on this? Yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, second part. Okay. Second part of the help. Okay. There is a square brace over here and the square brace over here. Okay. And this entire thing, this is the most important thing. Okay. If you understand help properly, I would say you have learned 60% of your PowerShell. Okay. And you can say yourself confidently that you know PowerShell. Rest is module and understanding of the working of the module. Okay. But if you know help, okay, you would be able to understand that module also. So it's like teaching a person how to fish. Okay, so focus on it 100%. Now listen, see this particular part. This has got a braces outside and this has got a braces outside. Okay, this has got a braces outside and this has got a braces outside. Okay, what does that mean? I'll show you what does that mean. I am taking off the name over here. Okay, for some time. I'm cutting X, Control X, and I'm running this particular get service. You see, all the services on my computer, are being shown. Okay, Control Z. These three services on the computer are shown. What does that mean? That means that this part from here to here is optional. You know what is an optional? Somebody, remote relative calls you on the marriage of his brother. Okay, you go there or you don't go there. It's optional. If you go there, you would be a valued guest. If you don't go there, your mom is not going to scold you. Okay, that is optional. Okay, so how do I know this is optional? That is the question. I knew it was optional because it was surrounded by these braces. 100% attention. Any question? I'm ready to take it. It is surrounded. I am talking about this brace, the brace outside. Okay, so it is surrounded by this brace, which means that it is optional. Now, I want to say I'm taking off the name from here. I'm taking the value, working on the same principle of the braces. This brace, this brace. It makes the name optional. I can choose to have name over here. I can choose to have a name over here, an AME name. I can choose to have a name over here. I would not choose to have a name over here. Okay. Now, Let us look at this service. I'm taking this service off. Okay. You see one thing. Open your eyes and see what I'm going to do. I have taken off the name from here. Okay, and I'm going to run it. Error, fire error. What in hell has that? You would get an error. You have said name, okay, and after that you see this angular braces. You see this angular braces. This angular braces suggests that if you have this name, and string would become mandatory. You would have to give, you have to pass, you have to give the names of the services. If you don't give the name of the services, you would be screwed. So let us reconstruct it. I am get service. Okay. And I am saying dash. And I'm saying dash string. And I'm saying this. Okay. If I had said this, it would have meant that the name, I think this word name is mandatory. But I have said no. No. Writing name is not mandatory. But if you write name, I would come. If you love me, you have to love my dog. So if you write name, okay, you have to write string. Any question? It is very important for you guys to understand this particular part. Any question? Let's make it a different scenario. Who's going to answer for this? Who is going to give me the answer for this?
What is the question?
See this. Okay, you tell me. What does name want? Does it want multiple names or does it want a singular name?
Singular.
It wants a singular name. Okay, great.
So we cannot add multiple name using the comma.
Oh, you can add multiple name, my dear. Right now, the scenario that I have created. Okay, what does that mean? This is a wrong example.
This.
Okay, this means
So
I am fooling you.
it's a complete. Complete is mandatory. The name and its string.
It is not mandatory. It is not mandatory at all because it is under.
Oh yes. Okay.
Okay. This particular thing makes no sense. Why would somebody do this? Okay, why would Microsoft do this? This is a nonsense. Okay. If they have said this and they have said this, oh, it means if you give me name, okay, you have to tell me the name.
Okay, then it's accept a single string name as well.
Would accept a single string.
Yeah, that's mandatory in that case.
This part is understood. Okay. The tension is gone. Anybody not understanding this part can just revert to me. Tell me in the voice, in the chat. I'm not able to see the chat. Okay. Yeah, you got to run it as an admin all the time. And command again. Okay.
Yeah.
Tell me. I give you time, 5 minutes to digest it. This is a very, very important part of understanding help.
So if we need to use hyphen name as in syntax, then need to pass one value. That is mandatory.
I'm sorry. Yeah, if it is an angular braces, okay, you would have to pass a value. Okay.
Yeah.
See what are the other things we get under help. Okay. So now I give you another 2 minutes to digest it. Ask questions. Satinder Pal. Satinder Pal has asked, what does this angular braces signify? My dear friend, it signifies that when you are using the preceding word, okay, you would have to give the value. Like you have told your principal that I know the guys who have been doing mischief. Okay, the principal has called you in his office. Okay, and asked you, now give me the name of the guys. Okay, then you would have to give the name. Okay, so it's better to not, if you better be quiet. Okay, if you are quiet, the principal will never come to know that you know the name of the mischievous boys. Very lame examples. Okay, but if it enters into your head, I would be fine. Yes. Now coming to the other parts of it. Okay, I think everybody has understood it. Fine. Coming to the other part of it. You see that get service is here, and get service is here. Okay, and I am not able to understand why is there is a discrepancy, or why is there multiple overloads of this. Okay, here I am saying name, okay, and string, and this is computer, and this is dependency. I am not saying names over here. Okay, how do I come to know that I am using this type of get service, or this type of get service, or that type of get service? Very important question. Can anyone see this and answer this? Because the answer lies in the question itself. I have a overload of get service over here. I have an overload of get service over here, and I have an overload of get service over here. Okay, I am using get service, name and name. Why can't your computer misunderstand it to be a computer name? Why is it always understanding it to be the name of the service? Why?
Hyphen computer name, then only it will consider it as a computer name, right?
Okay.
Yeah, because the computer name parameter itself is required because it's not in square brackets.
Absolutely. Okay. You see, there's a difference in it. Okay. Here you have this. Okay. And this ends over here. Okay. And the name is optional. The computer name is not optional. You have to write the computer name. So you see, they're so clever. They're so clever in it. Okay. If you want to overload a certain type of get service, okay, certain type of output from get service, they have very cleverly made a distinction between this type of get service and this type of get service. To see and realize this. I give you another 3 minutes to watch this example, see this example, realize it and digest it. If you have any question, fire it on me.
So in second and third example, it's mandatory to put the computer name, because
Put computer name, then it will only recognize it as a computer name. Okay, if you don't put a computer name, it would understand it as the name. And if you're able to understand the logic behind it, I am happy. This is what I want you guys to take up to. Are there females as well in the training? I don't hear any female voice. Are you guys focusing, or are you guys just taking this training as one of those trainings? Okay, fair enough. Any question, anybody? I'm still asking this. Because these are the things that would make you PowerShell literate. Things like the first step of understanding ABC of the driving. These are the roots. Understood this particular part?
Okay, Ali, as an example, I want to, describe this particular thing and diversify all these three strings, okay? For example, because we all are technical, I think the example would be the best way to describe these things. Like if we want to get a service status from ABC3 computers, the best use would be using the first syntax, get service, like ABC service, from the computers XYZ. Okay, so this at that time we will use the first command. Second one is if we want to know all the running services from some XYZ computers, we will use the second command, where we will give the string of computer names, and run the command. So our purpose will be solved. And third also, solving the same thing.
Close. very close. Somebody saying something? Let me see. Remote computers. Yeah, I would do the remote. Let's do this. Okay.
Is it something related to local computer and remote computer?
Yes.
Yes.
The second would go with the local computer as well as remote computer. Okay. The first one would also go with the first one would go with the local computer as well as remote computer. But over here, you get the services. Okay. Let's put it into action. Let's do the examples. Okay. Somebody said we do the example. Okay. I'm not doing remoting. Okay. Right now. I am going to get the first example. It's going to enlist all the services. Okay. The second example would enlist all the WMI services. Now understand, guys. Okay. Understand the power of asterisk in the PowerShell. Okay. The power of asterisk has reached a very high dimension in PowerShell. As I told you, if you know where is Anand Vihar, you can go to D127. Okay, it is the responsibility of the PowerShell to go over there, take you over there. Your responsibility was to go until Anand Vihar. Your responsibility is to know which WMI service you are looking at. Okay, so I don't want to emphasis too much on the services right now. I want to emphasis on understanding help. Okay. So I'm not kind of diverting. Okay, but there is a very interesting diversion over there. Okay, where is that service gone? Service here. Okay. This is also coming from this first syntax. Okay. Get service display name. No. Hang on. Hang on a second. Let's see this example. Okay. Early display name. This is also coming. Okay. From the first one, but with slight difference. First of all, see this. These are called display names. Just to impress you guys, which you should not get impressed. I'm trying to show you something. Just to impress you. It is out of the context. Okay. Is get members. This is display name. Okay. And you don't know how quickly and how mysteriously you would learn a command to use select. Pipe. Okay, pipe we will discuss tomorrow, but I'm saying select. Property. This display name. What was it called? Let it be name. I don't mind. You're getting only this part. Okay. Diverging from the main topic, which is understanding help. Okay. Just getting tempted because you can play a lot. Okay, with the commands. Okay, this way you have seen the potential of the commands, but now get service. Okay, here is an option. Okay, to exclude. Okay, now you can exclude service as well. Okay, exclude means leave that service. Okay, here's an option to dependencies. You can see this is the second thing that I would like to go into your head. Okay, which is this $sign. Okay, which is my target for today. If I am able to make it, I will get moksha. Okay. See, computer name. This is coming from the syntax first overload. This is coming from if I am going to replace this thing. Get service. Computer name. Hey, what would I say for my local computer? Okay, localhost. I guess, maybe right. If I don't, okay, what? How do I know that I am right with my local host? Okay, how would I come to know that if I'm lost? Okay, how would I come to know? I'll say get help very quickly. Get help localhost. See what localhost is going to give me. Local event, local. You would be required in the future to know which module this help is coming from. Oh my God, the module of the help is over here. Even in some of the certification examinations, okay, you would be required to figure out the module. Okay, help. Where would you go? Help. This is a module, Microsoft PowerShell.core. The help is coming from there.
Ali, what is the version of your PowerShell?
3.
It's a difference.
3.0.
Okay, that's
3.0 or 4. Okay. How would I come to know the version? How do I know the version of my PowerShell? Okay, I don't know how to get the version of my PowerShell. Get, right? Help. PowerShell version. I don't know what is it called. PowerShell. I am sure it is called version. This is you have to have a cultural shift from DOS to PowerShell. Jeffrey was telling a story wherein a person was using PowerShell for remoting, okay, and suddenly he was not able to connect to certain computer. Okay, then what happened was he asked him what is the IP address of the computer that he's trying to connect to. So he was using PowerShell. He went to CMD command prompt and typed IP address to get the IP address for the computer. Okay, now he got very in his funny way he said he got very irritated. Okay, that you are in the PowerShell, okay, and you are going to DOS to get the information. Okay, so I have misspelled the version. Okay, even if I don't know the spelling of the version, we are. I think I might be right up to there. Okay, now I get so many options for version. Okay, how do I know which is the correct command for version? Then it should be something to do with get. Definitely, it should be something to do with get. Get. Well, this is how you deduce your command. This deduction of the command, very important for me. This is my third lesson for you. Okay. The first one is understanding the braces. The second is overloading. The third is deducing the command. It's not over here. Okay. So, version. It's not happening with version. It has to do with PS. PS drive, PS session, shell configuration. How would I get to know the version? I know the command for version. Can anybody of you be able to explain to me how would I be able to deduce the version? What is the hit and try? Okay, that you would use us to understand the version. We still have 7 minutes. Okay. Here's an exercise to do. How would I come to know the version of my PowerShell? You will have to explain it to me. Okay, you use. Good. Somebody has said PS version table. PS version. Who was that? How did you deduce to this particular command?
We need to run on the PowerShell.
How did you deduce this? How did you deduce to this particular command? You checked it on internet?
Yeah.
No, I don't want you to check to the internet. Okay.
It's just that I've used it before. Wow.
You have used it before. How? Forget about your memory. Okay, deduce this command to me. How would you deduce it from help?
You need something related to version, right? Get help. Let me check.
Your SIN version. So the right answer is definitely PS version. Okay. But your victory, okay, the victory of the PowerShell is when you are able to deduce the command. Okay, when you are able to deduce the command on yourself, okay, then only you you can start to understand. You can start to say that you are learning PowerShell. So, so, so my third lesson is for today is, okay, find practice. Okay, if you don't know the answer, okay, try to deduce it through help. Get your answer. Okay, don't try to look out up for internet, because in doing that, you would not be able to develop your neural wires that would help you to get to the versions, to help you to get to the commands. Okay, and you would be 100% dependent on internet. You would not be able to explore it fully. Who is this? Get help. Object reference not set. What is this? I have an error. Have you moved to version 3?
I'm on Windows 10.
You're on Windows 10. Share your screen, or you share your screen after the training. Okay. Anybody also getting the error? Okay. You can share the screen. So what are the 3 lessons that we have learned for PowerShell? Okay. Today. One is understanding the braces. Okay. The second is understanding the overloads. The third is to develop the capability of deriving to the right commands with the help of help. Is there any question in these 3 things that we have learned today? Fire your questions, man. We are at the...
Not clear.
I'm sorry?
Not clear. Like, it's not clear why we go to that PS version table for like check the version of our PowerShell.
Why it is not clear why PS version, put it in help. Okay, why it checks it. Get help.
And Jeffrey, can you just repeat in brief about the overload?
Can we find this PS version table by just writing get help and PS version with an asterisk or something like that?
I'm sorry, I did not get that question.
I mean, if we don't know this exact command, that is PS version table, PS version, then to find out what is the command, like earlier we were using PS version asterisk, get help PS version asterisk. So we didn't got the whole command through that kind of search.
Right. Okay. But the point over here is that we, okay, as a community, okay, as an individual, as a student of PowerShell, okay, should have, okay, or need to develop the mechanism of deriving to the command, okay, through help. If we are not doing it, okay, and if we are using it through memory, if we are using it through, if we are using it from internet, okay, we are kind of defeating, okay, the help system of PowerShell. You're getting my point? Okay. Now, one more thing that I want to show you guys is that from tomorrow's session, okay, we would be doing something which is called start. Yeah, start. Transcript. Okay, once we start transcript, okay, whatever we do in this particular session would be recorded. Okay, and then I can actually send you the file of that particular transcript over internet and things like that. Tomorrow we would be looking into pipe. Okay, and the exceptions of the pipe and the difficulties of the pipe and the strength of the pipe that pipes provide. Okay, and we will also be looking into pipe, compare it with loops. We would also be looking into some of the tools of the admins. Okay, so if you so that's tomorrow's agenda. Anybody has any question right now? Okay, can stay and ask. It's 4 o'clock, so I can't buy time for people who are scheduled to leave after 4 o'clock.
Jeffrey, I'm not clear with overload as you mentioned.
Okay, fair enough. Who is this? Who is this? Are you in Noida?
Yeah, in Noida.
Okay, come to B2.
I'm on B2.
What is that? Just the cabin that is adjacent to Gaurav Pandey. Okay, the lab kind of thing. Okay. Anyone else remotely who is not clear with the overload of functions? And it's not function basically. It is basically the overload of commands. Is the session difficult, interesting? How do you find the session? Are you able to understand the session? Would you feel comfortable and confident after we have done the session? How do you feel the session has gone?